Well, hello everyone, it's your girl Dina Diamond. I hope everyone is well. So today I need to make a run. I need to go to Walmart, get a few things. If y'all follow me on my Instagram at ThickSexyTS, I was doing a live video, I was getting into the conversation and everything. And then all of a sudden, I was talking to y'all, to my diamonds, and right in the middle of conversation, yeah, just finished making this house a home. I do want to get some things for the backyard, like a grill. The mirror fell off the wall. So now, luckily, it was only the pieces that fell out, but they didn't break. So now I have to go to Walmart, get some glue, and fix it. But let me show you, let me get the mirror, I'll put it over here. So this is the mirror. And it's a pretty mirror too, I just gotta fix it. A few of the pieces came out, I don't know if you can see it, but we have about 14 pieces fell out, so I just need to go get some glue and put this back. So this mirror was hanging up over here, and I need to put it back because it just looks so bare now, so empty. So come with me, y'all. Let's go get this glue and get this place back together. These roundabouts used to always have me messed up. So I'm from up north in New York, and we really didn't have roundabouts. So I had to learn how to navigate this thing, but now I got it good. I can do it, go me. So we're at Wally World. Why are these carts always stuck together? Finally. Let's go. And since I'm here, I might as well get some baby wipes. It's always good to keep that thing clean. I prefer the Cottonelle. These are nice. They always smell. I bought some rice the other day. So now I need a container to store it in. I had one before, but it broke. I think this is it here. Yeah, this should do. I'm telling you, I can just come in Walmart every day. You will always find something that you need. This store is also a trap. Now, stationery, this is where I need to go. I should find some glue here. The reason I say this store is a trap is because I said I was coming in here for one thing, and already I'm putting other things in my cart. But that's all right, I need it. I am arts and crafty, but let's just get what we need right now. And I think the last time I had this gluology, I think this was good. It's only $1.97, so, or $1.67. This will do. And it says this is good for metal, rubber, glass, hard plastic. Yeah, this is good. Let's go ahead and get this. Now I want to go over to the bedding department or housing. I want to try to find some drawers or some sort of shelving for the closet. I do have some clothes that I want to hang up or fold up, and I have nowhere to put it. So let's see if they have anything cute in here. The other thought is an ottoman. You know, something like this is actually functional. You can sit on this. You can also open it and put some things in here. The only thing is this could work. It doesn't open wide enough for me. I want something that opens a little more. Then there's always storage bins. I don't really know about this as an option. I would like to have something that has shelves. I need different rows. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. But something like this is ideal. It looks like you can pull these out. This is actually kind of cute. Maybe something like this will work, but that's $20. I think this is, I think we're getting close to what I'm looking for. This is more like a dresser, but I don't want a dresser, but I do want something that stacks up. Let's see. I don't know about this. All right, so I think this could work. This is a wide cargo anchor. Let's see what it's giving. All right, let me take this down. So it's not as wide as I would like. I wish I could open it so I can see. Well, this is one option, I think, but let's see what else they have. And I think at some point I'm going to need to invest in a shoe rack because I still have more shoes and sneakers that I need to, and boots that I need to put somewhere nicely. So we'll come back for this, or maybe shop online to see what my options are. And then you have this 6-cube organizer. They even have a 9-cube as well. I don't know, these are options. I guess what I need is something that maybe I could fold clothes on and store it, like sweaters and jeans. I probably wouldn't need these little bins that go in. I want something more like an open space, just like a shelf like that, but I don't know. I think I need to go home and finish going through the boxes to figure out exactly what I need, and then I can come back to the stores and get it. All right, so I didn't do too bad. I said I was gonna get one thing and I came out with 3. Well, hello. So I'm back in from Walmart. Got my things, got the glue. Now I can finish my little project. Y'all come with me. All right, so it's getting hot and I need to get out of these shoes because my feet are starting to hurt. So let me take these off real quick. I love these shoes, by the way. Look at them, aren't they cute, y'all? They're like a little leopard soft shoe. All right, so we're gonna use this glue. Let me show you the pieces that I'm talking about. So these are the little pieces. They're like little mirror pieces that fell out. I looked at the back of the mirror and it has like a little piece of glue. This is old, not even enough. But we're gonna fix it, we're gonna get it together. Get back here. Alright, so I'll put this back up here. Move these chairs. So I was just glad this mirror didn't break. It was a gift, and I know this mirror is like one of a kind. It was something that was ordered, so it's not like you can go in the store and get a new one. So I was happy when it was still here. It's about, I have so many pieces. I don't know if y'all can see these pieces on the table, but there's like about 14 pieces, little teardrop pieces that go into this mirror. And I'm gonna do it yourself project by gluing these pieces and putting them back in here. I am struggling to get in here. Sometimes with nails it's so hard to do the simplest thing. All right, but we in there. All right. what? Before I even do this, let me go tie my hair back because the last thing I want is to get glue stuck in my hair. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So let's get to work. Actually, you know what? Let me get a napkin, paper towel before I start, just in case I have a little accident. All right, so I got my paper towel just in case I need a little cleanup. But I opened this, so we're gonna screw on the tip and go to work. So looking at this glue, this looks a little bit different from the one I had before. It's not as thick, but I do think it will do the job. We're about to find out today. So I'm gonna have to slow down with the glue use. I'm starting to run out. And I will not be going back to Walmart. So we're gonna get this completed today. I would gag if I put these pieces in here and they fall out again. So we're almost done. We have 4 more pieces to go. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-fill these so we can speed this up. And I'm running out of glue. Lay it flat, let it dry. So now I'm gonna go in this kitchen and I am going to cook. Time to make a meal. I haven't used this kitchen since I've been living here. Let's go ahead and try it out. Go with me, y'all. Alright, so before I start, let me take off these rings because I really don't want them getting wet. And wash these hands. What I'm first gonna do is I'm gonna separate the chicken. I put the large pack. I normally buy a large pack here. Let's see. How many breasts do we have in this pack? This pack has 6 pieces of breast for $11.59. So prices have gone up a little bit, but it's still cheaper than eating out. So I'm gonna get this set up. I like to separate my chicken. First we're gonna clean it, take off all this fat, wash it, and season it. So I'm sure y'all know how to cook, right? Make sure when you wash your meat, you rinse it with cold water. Rinse your meat, yes. I know some people don't. They will buy meat from the store and will throw it right in the pan. That's not the proper way. You gotta clean your meat. I like to get a plastic bag and just leave it close by so that when I cut off the fat, I can just dump it in there and also just throw it right in the trash. So another plastic bag. Once I'm done rinsing it, I like to, just stick some holes in it. This is good to ensure that the meat gets cooked thoroughly. It also helps with, seasoning your chicken. When you season it, you want your flavor to soak inside. So by sticking some little slits, some little holes, that will help capture that seasoning and keep your meat tender. Another trick you can do, especially with chicken breast, my aunt taught me this one, is you can take milk and massage it. She always said she would take chicken breast and massage milk into it, but I don't have time for that today. We just gonna go ahead, poke these the old-fashioned way, throw them on the oven, and go. All right, so we're done here. We're done cleaning the chicken. I'm gonna dump all this fat out. Okay. So once you're done rinsing your chicken, you want to make sure you drain it you know, take it, get rid of any excess water, and now you can season your bad boy. So let's do that. Go with your favorite seasonings. I'm gonna use what I picked up at the store. A lot of my stuff is still in the boxes, so we're gonna make do with so we're gonna make do with what we got. So the two seasonings that I'm gonna use today, I'm gonna use Slap Your Mama. I don't know if you've heard about this, but I've heard about this. Some people here in Georgia told me about it. They tend to compare it to, what's that one? Mobe seasoning. It's a Cajun seasoning. So like I told you, I have 6 pieces of chicken breast. So I'm gonna split them up. I'm gonna cook 3 today and the other 3 the next time. So half of it I'm gonna use Slap Your Mama, and the other half I'm gonna do lemon pepper. All right. So I'm just making something very simple. I know y'all probably have a lot of cooking recipes and ideas, different hacks for me to use, but please do share them with me. Drop some comments, let me know. All right, so I got the 2 seasonings here. We're gonna do the first one with Slap Your Mama. This is the Cajun one. I'm gonna season 3 of these breasts, and then I'm gonna do the other 3 with the lemon pepper. I'm gonna freeze these and we'll cook these another day. But for this week, we're gonna eat some Cajun chicken breasts. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna season both sides. Alright, so we're done with the Cajun. Now let's slide on down and do the lemon pepper. When I'm trying to be fancy, I can add like extra stuff like parsley or basil, garlic, rosemary, but we're gonna keep this video short. I'm not even gonna try to get fancy with y'all. Not that I'm fancy, but you get my point. I could do a little something in the kitchen. Our lemon pepper is done, so we have both chickens. Well, it's meat. Lemon pepper and Cajun. Like I said, I'm gonna freeze this one and we'll get to cooking this one here. Alright? Alright, so the next thing is I'm gonna use this bake sheet. We're gonna use a little bit of olive oil. Just put a little bit in here, maybe a teaspoon or 2, and put the 3 chicken breasts in here and then throw it in the oven. Alright, so now that we've oiled our pan, let's go ahead and place our 3 large chicken breasts on here. Now we're gonna take these and throw them in the oven. You wanna make sure you preheat your oven to 375, and you want to leave your chicken breast in there for anywhere between 35 to 40 minutes. That way they'll come out done, nice and juicy. And if you're anything like me and you have ADD, you might wanna turn that timer on. All right. Alright, and so while the chicken breast is in the oven cooking, we are going to make the rice. So I got some brown rice. I love brown rice. Okay, when boiling rice, who can tell me how many cups of water do you need for 1 cup of rice? Anyone know the answer? Well, it's 2 cups. So when you're making rice, you want to boil 2 cups of water for every cup of rice that you're using. So I have my little measuring cup. We're gonna go ahead and fill this up with water. 2 cups. I'm gonna pour my rice in here to 1 cup. Alright, once I reach 1 cup, I'm gonna take the remaining and I'm gonna stir it in my little bin. So this is why I bought this bin, so I can store my rice in here. Do you need a bin? No, you can always reseal it, but I think this helps keep things fresh. and it looks nice in the kitchen. What I like to do with my rice is rinse it off. Some people don't rinse, but I think it's a good idea to rinse it. I think I heard somewhere rinse your rice. So we'll let this water boil. Normally my mother would have me throw in some salt, but I don't have salt. I think she would say it's for flavor, but I think we're pretty good. Some other things you can add to your rice. You can add cilantro. You can add some lemon peel. You can add some parsley, just to add some flavor to your rice. So even some regular seasoning. Alright, so while the chicken is in the oven and the water is boiling, I'm going to chop up my garlic. I'm going to make some spinach, and I like to saute spinach and mix it in with my garlic. Alright, so we got some fresh garlic. You see I got this in my hand, so I'm not a vampire. I am not a vampire. Alright, I'm usually up in the middle of the night, early when the sun goes down like vampires, but I'm not a vampire. So the first thing with garlic is you want to peel, or whatever, peel the peelings. Just keep peeling until all of the skin comes off. So this is the skin, the dry skin. So when you get this off, you're left with something that looks more like this. And then you can break off, well, we'll get that later. Then you can break off a little clove, like so. And we're gonna chop this up real small and saute it. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the garlic, I'm going to mince it by chopping it into really small little pieces. Alright, so we're done mincing our garlic. Here's a look, little pieces. So now we're going to get a saucepan and add a little bit of olive oil and just kind of mix it in before adding our spinach. Alright, so it looks like our water is ready, so we can go ahead and add our brown rice to it. So now that we've added our rice, I'm going to add the lid. I'm going to reduce the heat and let that cook for like about 30 minutes or until the water runs out, dries out. Alright, so turn the heat down. Let's go back to our saute spinach. So I got the garlic, which is minced over here. I'm gonna get a little olive oil. Where is that? I'm still trying to learn the cabinets. Alright, so we're gonna use like about a teaspoon of this. Turn this on a light heat. Take our minced garlic. So we'll let that simmer just for a few minutes, and then we'll get the spinach, rinse that off, and we'll add it to our skillet. Alright, so now we have our spinach. This spinach has been washed, but I like to wash it again anyway. So we'll go ahead and get this ready. Alright, so we have our spinach, it's all rinsed. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take about 2 cups, add it to the oil with the garlic, and saute that for about 3 minutes. I like spinach, so we're gonna use a lot of that. I'm just gonna put a lid on it so I can take the chicken out of the oven. So let's take a look at this chicken, let's see how it's looking. Let me get my little mittens from out of here. Going backwards. Alright. We're gonna chicken breasts. We're gonna take these and leave these over here. There's our chicken breasts, looking good. I don't have any room up here right now, so I'm just gonna leave it in the oven until I get this stuff off. I have some black beans to go with this brown rice. But guess what? I don't know where my can opener is. So I'm gonna have to try to go find that. I knew I was gonna need something that was in the box. All right, I'm gonna try and find this can opener. I'm gonna need my beans. So the rice is almost done. I'm gonna add some parsley to it. Just for a little bit of flavor. All right. And guess what? I found the can opener. So we can go ahead and open this bad boy. Okay. Once that's warm, we should be good to go. Alright, so I'm gonna let the beans heat up and then we'll be good. Let me show you what I got. Alright, so here's a look at what we got. We got our jasmine brown rice, our sauteed spinach and garlic, our Cajun chicken, and our black beans. All right, that's my healthy, hearty meal for the day. Well, if you enjoyed this video and you like spending time with me in the kitchen or just doing things around the house, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye, diamonds. Oh, wait. Before y'all go, we gotta put this mural up. I wanna see. All right, so I just checked it. It looks like all of the pieces are in here good. Nothing is falling out. So now we just need to find our place on the wall. We do that. I'm gonna remove this old nail that I had. Stop Your Mama. This is it here. It's a Cajun seasoning. It was good. I feel like it's something you can put on, you know, maybe, probably everything. I love Cajun seasoning. Hopefully that's good, y'all. All right, so let's make another attempt at hanging this mirror. Now this is the tricky part. I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna hold on here. Alright, it's up, y'all. My mirror is back. Have a look. Hey. Alright, now you can subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed me and just want to see more, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.